So, this is where they died. The last of the Legion. Look, that must be Hugh Montbaron, the old Grand Master of the Legion.
Be careful. You're in danger here. And not only from the creatures of the forest.
What's your name? Have we met before?
I'm a friend. We've never met, but I've known the Legion for a long time. Many wander here in visions and dreams. You are the first to walk this ground awake. The first in many years. Tell me, quickly, what brings you to this place?
An old Legionnaire sent me to find this place. His name is Odo.
I met Odo once. A long time ago. He still remembers. But he isn't sure it was real. Odo's dreams have brought him to this grove, but never by choice. Why would...
We were looking for the Grandmaster's ring to open the Legion causeways.
That ring is important, but it isn't what Odo thinks. It won't open a causeway. Building the causeways was an act of creation. That is the most ancient power of all, passed down to us from the gods of old. Opening a causeway, that is an act of creation too. I can give you that power, but you must promise never to come here again.
Done. You have my word.
I wish I had time to explain. The Mourwield is not just a forest. It's a manifestation of something far greater. It is very, very old. Older than the rest of the valley. Older than the mountains or the sky. The whole forest is waking. You've got to leave.
Can we leave by the same path?
You will never find your way. Not now. The Mourwield will trap you here, unless I intervene. I'll send you back to the edge of the forest. Remember what you saw here. Hold it in your mind, or it will slip away like a dream. The causeways are yours. Use them to rebuild your kingdom, and make your country whole. I ask only this. Let no one set foot in this forest. Neither enemies nor friends. I'll guard this place. For as long as I can.
Strange. The forest refuses to let us pass?
What are you talking about? We just came from the forest. Don't you remember?
Now you are making sport of me. Odo tells me that I am an easy target, but he will not say why.
The giant tree? The dead Legionnaires? The child who appeared out of nowhere? You don't remember anything?
It all sounds familiar. Like a story I heard, and then forgot. When I think about it, this whole forest feels familiar. Not the trees themselves, but the power that gave them life. I'm sorry, I'm making little sense. If we have what we came for, then we should go. I've heard stories about the Causeway Gates, but I've never seen one. For
Nice blood. You look different somehow. Changed.
You found the tree, didn't you? And something more. What did you see in that forest?
At the foot of the tree, I spoke to a boy.
Golden hair, piercing eyes, kind voice, but far too old for his age. Stories of that boy go back to the first conclave, and that's 1,000 years, maybe more. The Radiant Youth, they called him.
He gave me the power to open the causeways. In return, he doesn't want anyone to set foot in the Mourwield ever again.
No one at all. But why not? What does he fear?
If I can open the causeway, we shouldn't wait any longer. Let's take back the town.
He's right, Odo. We can think on the boy's words later. Now's the time to strike.
When you reach the other side, you'll find yourself in a crypt, I think. Should be in the town graveyard. Head west, straight for the main square. But
Anything else I should know?
the Boyar, Lazar Basili, they're probably holding him in the town hall.
Remember, we're the Legion. We will overcome.
mausoleum belonged to the Gundrex, an old and unlucky family. Die and be judged! We are not alone. Victory!
Dark Sister's name? Are you some ghost of the Legion, here to avenge your comrades?
Abandon the town, and I'll let you live.
Surrender. Silly Legionnaire. You are vastly outnumbered. How can you hope to best us when the dead themselves answer our call? Kill them!
Rajani is close. I can feel her eyes upon us.
The girl. I know her. Is this some kind of ruse?
Me? You're mistaken. We've never met.
Whatever illusions you've spun, you won't break my resolve. Not even with such a cruel trick. My lady charged me to stop you, and I will not fail. Righteousness shall be your doom!
to the fight.
Thank you. I heard the commotion upstairs. That woman! She's not dead?
We should get back upstairs.
Quite right. Before Rajani wakes.
The town is ours. They're fleeing into the woods in total disarray.
What about Rajani? You saw how she fights. She calls fire at will, and her eyes, they're like mine.
Who are you, girl? You look like someone I knew. You speak with her voice. But that woman is dead and gone.
Anjali is one of us, a child of the Legion, like me.
My friend speaks the truth, Rajani. Whoever you think I am, you're wrong.
Or perhaps you're a false prophet meant to lead me astray. If you fight for the Legion, you're an enemy. Nothing more.
The Legion's done nothing to you.
My lady has told me of the Legion's crimes. She defeated you once, and she'll defeat you again.
Jane Cassinda, the old enemy. 30 years on and she's still hunting the Legion.
And why should she not? You're traitors, kingslayers, murderers.
Kingslayers? Murderers? What does she mean?
Lies. Stories that the old king was murdered by the Legion. That's how Jane Cassinda turned the people against us. She claimed that the Legion betrayed its oath, tried to seize power for itself.
They're not lies. My lady spoke the truth. But believe what you want.
How can we be a threat to you? We don't even know who you are.
She's an archon! I know it sounds mad, but look at her. Just like the stories, only she's real.
What do these stories say about archons?
They were divine messengers, heralds of the old creator gods. You see their pictures in books. Statues of them are supposed to bring luck.
We have to decide what to do with her. Suggestions?
She attacked a defenseless town, murdered your friends at the estate. Why are we discussing this? Kill her and let justice be done.
Wait. Listen to her words. She's misguided, confused. She fears us. Killing her wouldn't be justice. She's yielded. What if we set her free? Show Jane Cassinda that the Legion still has honor.
Rajani, you're free to go. We're not your enemies, and we never were.
You're mad. Now my lady will know your strength. Next time she'll send more of us against you. But if that's what you want, Then I'll go.
I agree with the armored wench. You are mad, both of you, stark and raving.
No. We planted a seed. Now we wait and see how it grows. Come. We should return to the chapter house and decide our next move. Unless you still have business here.
I'm ready. Our business here is done.
Against the might of the 10th Legion, even the Archon Rajani could not stand. Jane Cassinder's lieutenant was vanquished, her mercenaries' hold on the Rukenval broken. In times past, the Legion's judgment was merciful and fair, and you chose to spare her life. Who can say how an unexpected mercy might change an enemy's heart? As the folk of the Rill said about rebuilding, we prepared for our next move. Our old enemy was stronger than she had ever been, and she still plotted our demise. The Rukenval chapter house would not be our sanctuary, but a staging ground for what was to come. Martin tells me that Jane Cassinder was behind this. She acted fast. That means she's afraid.
Rajani was full of lies about the Legion. We set her free as a sign of goodwill. If we can make Jane see that she's wrong.
You're an idealist, Martin. Don't assume our enemies have honor. Least of all, Jane Cassinder.
Our numbers are too few. Can we find more men and women of Legion blood?
Might be a few left. Not enough to build an army. But if we spread the word that the Legion has returned, we can rally Jane's enemies against her. We should start by reclaiming the Grand Chapter House, the old Legion headquarters in Stonebridge.
So the Stonebridge chapter house is different than the others?
It's bigger, grander. They built it during our Golden Age after the heroes destroyed the Sec. We claim that chapter house, hang our banners out front, people will hear that the Legion's returned.
Have you heard any news from Stonebridge?
The city's still safe as far as we know. They have their mechanical army to protect them.
And there's no danger of Stonebridge allying with Jane. But you lived most of your life at the college, so you know that better than us.
How do we get to Stonebridge, then?
Stonebridge lies to the south and west, on the far side of the swamp. Lazar's people have repaired the bridge, so the road should be open again.
Martin and I will stay here for now. Help the locals rebuild.
We owe them. They've endured a great deal for our sake.
All right. I'll head south for Stonebridge.
Jane Cassinda controls most of the land between here and Stonebridge. Her soldiers wear the raiment of the Azranite Church. Avoid them if you can.
Once you're inside the chapter house, look for the Causeway Gate. Open it, and you can bring the rest of us through.
You're the vanguard of the Legion. All our hopes go with you.
Off to Stonebridge, I hear? Before you depart, I have something I would discuss with you, if you're willing. The Lascanzi occupation depleted the town's stores. If we cannot replenish them soon, Raven's Rill may not survive the winter. I know the Legion has done a great deal for us already, but I fear I must ask your help again.
I take it you have a plan.
Indeed. Raven's Rill sees few travelers these days, but I believe the Hero's Crypt could draw pilgrims from across Ebb, as it once did. With pilgrims would come merchants, and the town could fill its larders before the winter.
What do you need me for, then?
The doors of the monument are sealed by Legion magic. They are impervious to any form of counter-magic or physical destruction. They can only be opened by the signet rings of the Legion families who commissioned its construction, the Montbarons and the Gundricks. I understand you found both signet rings already. The crypt should open for you now.
I'll do what I can.
Excellent.
Look for the two large statues outside the monument. I'll fetch Grigori. We'll need a scribe to document this historic event.
Something dangerous is near. Look, the bridge is repaired, just as Martin said.
There you are. This may sound strange, but I was told to wait for you here.
Told? By whom?
A child. A boy with golden hair and piercing eyes, who spoke like no child I have ever met.
Did you follow us into the Mourwield?
No. He came to me in a waking dream. I know better than to doubt a vision, especially one so clear. My father was Hugh Montbaron, Grand Master of the Legion. A proud man, I'm told, but not immune to my mother's seduction.
Illegitimate, perhaps, but I think she tells the truth. I've seen paintings of the Montbarons, and she has the same pale eyes. The resemblance is striking, actually, especially to Hugh.
I do not know why this golden child chose me, but I believe I can be of help to the Legion, if you let me.
If you're a Montbaron, then you're part of the Legion. We could use your help.
We journey south, no? To Stonebridge? I know the roads, and charming company makes long miles less dreary.
Hold on there. Head aren't safe. Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm down.
An avalanche? Here. I do not think nature is to blame for this.
By order of Jane Cassandra, none shall pass this. Look, you idiots, they're legionnaires! Get them!
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path.
So many royalists dead. These men were young, hardly soldiers at all.
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road, with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What brings you to this ill-omened place?
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion. That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed, and we're surrounded on all sides by impassable swamp.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support our weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the roots are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible, you might say. But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
You've actually seen Phineas use earth magic?
When Jane's cannons had us surrounded, somehow he drew the earth up over our heads, protected us both from the enemy's fire. Saved my life. That's proof enough for me.
We need to find this scholar Phineas. Where has he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars called them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others, but my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help, though...
Agreed. We'll help you rescue this Phineas, and the rest of your people, if they still live.
If the first people prey on the wounded like scavengers, they might yield to a show of strength.
My scouts tracked one of the raiding parties to a village east of here, not far at all. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the...
I can't promise that I'll find your men, but we'll watch for them.
Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
I didn't want to say anything in front of that lord, but I've heard the name Devonsey before.
He commands the Royal Army. You probably heard his name in news of some battle or other.
When I was young, I heard Odo speak of him many times, in hushed and urgent tones. That name, Devonsey, it was often paired with another name, but I don't remember what it was. We should tell Odo when we see him next. I think this might be important. Disgusting creatures. If only they were flammable. You are finished! Barrier of roots. I think it is a door to be opened and closed with a word or
There are too many. Fall back. Fall back.
Damn natives. You made short work with them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet, but this is the edge of their village. Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the chief shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
Yeah! Shamesh. We bow before no outsider. You are not welcome here. You bring fire and poison to our home. You kill our sacred trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or Mourwield will send you to the River of Souls.
I didn't come here to fight. We just want our people back.
If you do not come to fight, why dress for war? Your blades were already wet with Shamesh blood. For years you come and battle here. You kill warriors in metal and Shamesh warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
I know nothing of your people. Who are you?
I am Mourwield, he who whispers with Nagog, High Shaman to all in this village. We are the Shamesh, the first people. This is our place. You do not belong here.
The damp? What is that?
All that is out there, beyond our home. The old roots, the deep waters, the cold mist. All is the damp.
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cascinder who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Shamesh for years. You now speak names unknown to Mourwield to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Mourwield will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
The shadow is flame. There, up those roots.
I'll hold the savages here. Go on ahead. Find the captain.
Prepare yourself for death.
Let us out of here. Please,
Your
I don't
blows
want to
cannot
die in
harm
some
me.
savage's cook-off.
We are Urshamesh. We bow before no... Not all that liquid done walks off the outsider. Stop. Put down your blade, Firebringer. No warrior has defeated Mourwield since he first whispered with Nagab. I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Urshamesh know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
You fought well, but I'm glad this ends here.
Then there is an end to the blood you seek. Good. None here will challenge you. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then know Urshamesh well. Take this charm. It is known to the roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
The savages fear us now. They will not trouble us again.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it. Firebringer, may you walk this village in peace.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamesh are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
You seem a bit taken with the First People. A little odd, since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may be savage, but they're not evil. They just want to be left alone. Not so different from most people, really.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
I've never studied geomancy. It was barely mentioned in any of my books.
No, the dwarves kept their secrets to themselves, and most of the human scholars dismissed geomancy as an undisciplined art. In actuality, it's a form of magic that demands patience. Conveying this essence is difficult. After all, Whole libraries are dedicated to the art. But you might say that molding the energies isn't unlike a gem cutter's work, carefully shaping the rough stone into a polished jewel.
How did you learn about the dwarves and their magic? Did you have a teacher?
No, sadly. We've suffered many losses in our service to the Queen. And to my shame, that included the dwarves under her care. We simply don't know if there are any survivors. No clans have contacted us. And even the great mine of Glitter Delve, where Her Majesty lives, is empty. I learned all that I know by studying the tomes there, and I'll continue to preserve what I can.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
Our shamans can speak with the roots. Did you see them move for you?
A missionary from the Azunite Church.
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azunai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must be off. I'll look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you. And be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
Against us here. You are finished!
Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are. You just walked into a frack's nest of trouble. thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go. The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactors.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
The boy never lacked for sincerity or nerve, just like his father in that.
You speak of Phineas's father as if you knew him well. Who was he?
An old friend, a comrade in arms, many years gone.
Now that we've rescued your people, where will you go?
I'll march what forces I have to Glitterdelve. Try to get there ahead of Jane Cassinda. With these cannons, we can mount a respectable defense. We'll hold Jane's army at every gatehouse, every choke point. Keep the Queen out of enemy hands. But it's no longer a question of victory. Not with the forces I have left, and no allies to support us.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
Not long. I begin straight away.
If our fortune holds, then Jane Cassinda will not have reached Glitterdelve, not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again, before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.
are free of the swamp, at last. And look, perhaps that road will take us to Stonebridge.
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could escape Lescanzi vengeance?
You want revenge? And why's that?
You slaughter us by the score, butcher us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.
Stonebridge, I see you are a 10th Legionnaire. I am instructed to treat you with tepid disdain and mistrust. Your nation, faction, race, or institution has a negative history in our city. Local constables will keep you under careful observation. Please state the nature of your visit to our fair city.
We're just passing through. We won't be any trouble.
That answer is evasive, but insufficient grounds for the use of force to remove you from the premises. Well played. Regardless of your reasons, Stonebridge is open to the public. You are free to go, unless you require further assistance.
What sort of assistance does a talking construct provide?
I am a constable model automaton. I provide peacekeeping support, navigational assistance, and feline wrangling services.
We're looking for the Grand Chapter House.
The Grand Chapter House is located on the south side of the Central Plaza. It is officially vacant, but some treasure seekers have gone inside. They have not come back out.
We'll be on our way.
Be advised, causing a disturbance may result in fines, detainment, bodily harm, or death. Enjoy your stay.
Here we are, Stonebridge. This will be a welcome change from that fetid swamp.
New in town? By the looks of you, you aren't here to buy my simple wares. Perhaps you can help me. I need some...
What sort of help do you need?
I'm expecting a shipment of clothing, and the caravan is late. It's not exactly bars of gold, but silk is pricey enough to tempt thieves. Out east of the city, there's a camp of Lascanzi, deserters from Jane Cassender's army. They're looting every caravan that passes by. I'm not the only merchant waiting for that shipment. I need someone to scare off those thieves. Or kill them, if need be.
Don't worry. We'll make sure the road is clear.
Thank you. I will, of course, make this worth your while. The thieves are camped near the road, east of the city, not far from the swamp. Good luck to you. I'll await your return.
Jane Cassinder must have roused the people of Stonebridge to a great fury. This place was torn apart. Destroying these sentinels again and again grows tiresome. There must be a better way, yes? Jane Cassinder must have roused the people of Stonebridge to a great fury. This place was torn apart. Destroying these sentinels again and again. Oh, a secret causeway entrance. I wonder what sort of illicit uses this might be put to. This must be the entrance then, yes?
Katarina, take the causeway back to Rukenval. Tell Odo and Martin that we've reclaimed the chapter house and bring them back here.
Martin and Odo will be surprised to see me, no? I'll return as soon as I can, with our friends in tow.
This place, it hasn't changed so much.
We heard rumors of a battle in the swamp. Royalists against Jane Cassinda. What news? You weren't caught up in any trouble, I hope.
This is Katarina, Hugh Montbarron's daughter.
The half-blood girl. We know her.
I had a dream of a golden-haired child. I know better than to ignore such a sign.
The Radiant Youth? Again? He's never taken such an active hand before. He's guiding us, giving hints of whom we can trust.
The rumors of a battle were true. Most of the royal army are dead, but we met their general, a man called Devonsey.
Devonsey? You're sure that was his name?
30 years ago, Finn Devonsey was one of us. Master of the Legion chapter house in Glacier. And he called himself by a different name. A Legion name.
He called himself by another name? What was it?
Bohemund. An old and respectable name. He wasn't born to the Legion, so he took the name after he joined. My father knew him. Spoke well of him.
When the Legion was accused of murdering the king, Devonsey renounced his vows and quit the Legion. Insisted that the charges were true. Stubborn man, strong conscience. Best tactical mind in the Legion, too.
Devonsey has Legion blood. He might be willing to join us.
He might speak on our behalf, at least. Convince the Queen that we can be trusted. If we seal an alliance with the royal court, we prove that Ebb has a future. People would rally behind us. Last I heard, the Queen had retreated to the Glitterdelf mine.
That's where Jane will be going, too. If she gets her hands on the Queen, our war is lost.
We'll try to find the royal court then. Is there anyone else who might join us?
The Meisters, the merchant lords of Stonebridge. They'd be powerful friends.
Friends? These people believe Jane's lies. They murdered our brothers and sisters. No reason to think they'll embrace us now.
No reason to think they won't, if we show ourselves worthy of trust. At least the Meisters could tell us if any Legionnaires survived.
Jane is probably besieging the mines by now. The Meisters can wait.
Up to you. Martin and I will trust in your decision, and we'll be here if you need us.